All right, I just got my new coffee roaster. It's a Behmor 1600 plus. Okay, I did some reviews and that's the one I took. I ordered some green coffee. The three I picked, I wanted to do some different types. So I got Peruvian organic. It's called Cajamarca. I forget why I got that. I got this Ethiopian Calionso Guji. And then I got this Honduras Marcala. Again, I read what these were supposed to be like, in terms of bitterness and sweetness and cherry and whatnot on the web. So I just wanted to, try different regions. The instructions said only do some roast with a quarter pound. I've got 114 grams in there. Just to get used to the roasting. So the way it works is you get the roaster, which is just like a big toaster oven, and there's a heating grill in the back. Then there's a drum. The coffee goes in the drum. You close that tight, and then there's this. It's called a chaff plate or dish, and that, as you imagine, there'll be a lot of gunk coming off of the beans as it roasts, and that chaff tray captures it all. So I'm going to put that into the drum, and then get all this hooked up. Right, there's the drum. The drum's installed. It just spins. There's an element in the back covered up now, but that you can kind of see it through there. That'll get super hot and then roast the beans. You can kind of see the beans in there. And then the tray goes in the bottom. So there's the tray. And then I guess new coffee roasters like me, a lot of the reviews said this Behmor is preferred because it's got, or not preferred, but it's helpful in that it's got all these pre-programmed settings. So quarter, half pound, full pound, and then different roasting profiles down here. So P1, P2, P3, they're for like different countries depending on how hard the beans are. And then you can increase or decrease the time. You can't change the temperature. No, you don't. That's standard, and it's the time at which you roast. So I'm getting close to the end of the programmed time, which was 8.5 minutes, and then the coffee beans are supposed to start cracking like popping corn. When that happens, they're essentially done. They need like another 1.5 minutes to brown up. I think I hear some. Yeah, I do hear some. So what I'm going to do, the C button is for crack, and that resets to a little over 1.5 minutes. And then that'll roast these beans for another 1.5 minutes, and then that's it. So the way it goes is when you hear the crack, that means that you do need like this very specific amount of time to get like a normal standard roast. If you go over, then you burn your beans. So one of the features of this thing is that it allows you to time the end of your roast nicely. So you can really hear the cracking in there. Okay, interesting. And as well, this is getting down to 5 seconds, 4 seconds. This has an automatic cooling built in, I believe. Oh, there it goes. So yeah, so it's can't really see, but it says cooling for 8 minutes. So this will immediately take the heat out of the beans and then leave them in the current roasted position. All right, so all done, all cooled. So this is you can see the chaff. It's just all the skins of the beans. So I'll pull this chaff tray back out. Put it aside, and there's the drum with the coffee. And let me see if I can get it so we can see what it looks like. Well, not really, but the roasted beans are in there, so I'll grind them up. One thing I noticed, two things actually, when I ground the beans, they ground really, really easily versus the ones from the bag. So obviously it's soft and just roasted. And then when I filled this up to the top with water, the French press, and the beans, these fresh beans absorbed like a lot of the water. Normally, like it absorbed an inch or so, so maybe, I don't know, 5–10% of the water. That was just different. And then of course you got to have a Wisconsin Badger mug. And the coffee is nice. I'm just trying it, and I happen to be watching a Badger basketball game. It's on TV up here in Canada, and it's quite mild. It's very nutty. And what I'm going to try, because we're doing quarter pound batches, that means, you know, you can try lots of different things. So I'm going to try increasing the time, because I like beans that are more highly roasted. So we'll try that. Anyways, I was very pleased with the first attempt.